Oh my gosh. Hi guys. Welcome back to my channel. Listen, the word of the year is consistency. But no, seriously, welcome back. If you don't know who I am, my name is Chizi. I talk all things life, because we're just trying to better ourselves at this point. So 2024, I really want to be more honest with you guys, and I want us to have real raw conversations. Okay, we do that please. Today, I kind of just want to talk about how 2023 went for me, what kind of happened, where my head is at, and what are my thoughts for this year. And I have a feeling that a lot of you guys may be able to relate, and I think it just could be a great conversation starter. So if you guys are excited for today's video, give it a thumbs up. Also, thank you guys so much. So much for the love on essentially my testimony video. I don't know what I was dragging my feet on, but just hearing how it impacted you guys, and also hearing some of you guys' story about how Jesus saved your life. Like, wow, we just really in here. That's crazy. Thank you guys for that. And if you haven't watched the video, it's gonna be linked down in the description box, so check it out. Okay, so as I just kind of reflected on last year, it definitely didn't go the way I envisioned it at all. And I really want to talk about that today. There comes a point where you just have to become honest, radically honest about how you are playing a part in essentially your own demise, or just the actions or the results that you're getting in your life. Like, you have to start looking at yourself and going, how did I contribute to this? And what can I change? So the first thing that I unintentionally did was literally being unintentional. I was so unintentional last year. Granted, a lot of things were happening, but still, we're not doing excuses. I was so unintentional last year. Each month would come and go, come and go, come and go. I would never set literal intentions for the month, talk list of for the year or for the quarter. I was just going with the wind, right? Whatever life handed to me, I said, okay. When I really think back as to why that was, it was actually rooted in fear. I experienced a lot of fear last year. I was about to say it doesn't make sense, but it does. I experienced a lot of fear last year. What I noticed was happening was I was scared to even plan, because I felt like, based off of my track record, even if I set out an intention to do something, I wasn't going to follow through with it. And for some reason, I have a feeling somebody can really relate on that. Because I've been a creative entrepreneur for almost 7 years full-time now, which is insane to think about. I have had to self-govern for the last 7 years of my life. It has been one of the most difficult things that I've ever had to do. It's been such a learning curve for me. And not only was it a learning curve, some curveballs of life also contributed to me not being able to grow when it came to self-governing. And in the beginning, I was okay. After a while, I got very comfortable in my disorganization. And it's almost like I got rewarded for my disorganization, because it's not like I wasn't doing anything. I was still producing, but there was no rhyme or rhythm. Sticking to a routine was difficult for me. But the thing about being a YouTuber or an influencer, right? You can technically get away with not being super strict with the routine, so long as you are creating. So long as y'all seeing stuff and I'm generally consistent, it's fine. So it's like my brain was getting rewarded for disorganization. So long as I posted, I got likes, I got views, I got praises, and I'm like, woo! Okay, we did it, it's fine. We're still okay. The danger in that is, one, I was operating at a very minimal level. Me producing content is very minimal. That's just the basis of being an entrepreneur, right? There's so much more that the Lord has for me to do on this earth. And that was where I started noticing the effects of not knowing how to really self-govern, right? Having those productivity habits and skills to really plan my month, plan my week, plan my days, and stick to it, right? Say that I'm gonna do something and finish it and stick to it. So even though I gave my life to the Lord and now I feel generally, great in my spiritual life and also my physical life too, there was still the missing piece of figuring out, how does this now translate in your daily life? How does this translate into your business? How does this translate into your actions changing and keeping my word to myself? One of the reasons why I didn't achieve a lot of the things that I wanted for myself last year was because I just never kept my word to myself. I didn't respect myself enough to honor my own word. I wasn't intentional. I just was not intentional, and I had a defeated attitude. Not planning because you're afraid that you're not going to do it is an attitude of defeat. You're planning to fail, essentially. I really want to share this because I think sometimes, you know, we can see our favorite creators on here and we just think maybe their life is so great. You know, they're achieving so much, they have so many opportunities, and you can have a lot of opportunities. You can experience a lot of success and still be struggling. Okay? Especially in the entertainment arena. Okay? Especially in the entertainment field, period. It can look like the girl is doing amazing, and then the whole time they're having mental battles in their head every day. So I really want to share these things because, like, I promise all of us are going through the same things. It doesn't matter where you are in life, okay? And it doesn't matter how much money you got in your bank account. I feel like we all know deep down inside where we're supposed to be in life, right? Sometimes you'll feel yourself saying, like, I feel like I should be further along, or da-da-da. Because you probably should. You probably should. Not to say that you should dwell on that at all, but I think our spirit prompts us for certain things because our spirit knows, like, this is not where you're supposed to be. You're supposed to be somewhere else. And for me, deep down, I knew that although I had a lot of success, my lack of self-discipline and productivity habits was not sustainable for where I'm really supposed to be going. And again, I mentioned it started showing itself when I tried to launch things outside of social media, or general content creation. So me trying to like launch a business, me trying to launch a business, anything else outside of content creation, that's when I started noticing. That's when I really noticed that, oh wow, even though I set the goal to do this thing, I didn't do the daily actions required to make this thing a reality. Because your actions ultimately are gonna inform your results. And my actions were, I'ma just sleep for a little bit. I'm just gonna watch this thing for a while. I'm just gonna scroll on social media for a while. And I was just wasting a lot of time. I knew that that's not sustainable. That's not the building blocks to greatness. Like, this is not gonna work. And 2023 was a lot of that. I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it, but then not actually having the routine set in place for each day and accomplishing the routine. So therefore, nothing gets done. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and act like I didn't get anything done. Like, I've made progress, but I should be a lot further along. Let me just say that. That's kind of just been the theme of my life for the last 7 years. I would try to start things. Of course, sometimes I had success, but I would try to start things. I would maybe even get as far as starting it, but then I wouldn't follow through with it. So this year, that is changing. And how is that changing? Well, we're actually going to be honest with ourselves and recognize our shortcomings. My shortcomings for me is there's a learning curve when it comes to productivity habits, right? Focus. I have a big thing with focusing. I need to learn how to focus and just like building habits and routines for success. So that's planning my month, planning the week, planning the day, and actually sticking to the things that I say I'm gonna do. So I'm just gonna be reading. So yeah, this year is basically gonna be my glow up year. And I wanted to essentially bring you guys along with me in case maybe you are kind of in a similar position as me, because you know we talk all things here, period. I'm actually reading a lot of books right now. Let me know if you guys want to know just some of the books that I'm reading to basically level up my life, okay? Because yeah, the Lord has so much not only in store for me, but in store for you. What I'm realizing now is if I don't make a decision to essentially have a determined attitude that I'm going to make it and I'm going to do these things, it's just never gonna get done. I can have all the accountability in the world. I can write all the vision boards and the goals, and I can pray all I want. But if I don't, at the end of the day, do the things that I know that I need to do and plan accordingly, it's just not going to get done. And in the end, I'll be upset. So 2024 is gonna be my level up year. Yeah, let me know if you guys want a video of just like a list of like personal development books that I'm gonna be reading. One book that I am reading right now is the 12-Week Year. That's good. I'm gonna link it down below. That's a good book. It's reframing my mind, okay? That's pretty much where my head is at, how last year went for me, some of my general plans for my level up year, my glow up year, all the things, because 2024 is my year. 2024 is my year. 2024 is our year. So long as we do the things that we say we're gonna do. I hope that wasn't all over the place. I'll see you guys in my next video and talk to you. Bye.